Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now because the walls at Elland Road are shaking. We have a managerial decision that has been labelled a sackable offence, a striker target who is scoring more goals than our entire front line combined, and a transfer leak from Spain involving a £35 million midfielder that sounds impossible until you hear the details. The first number you need to lock in is 16. That is exactly how many Premier League clubs are queuing up for the player Leeds United just inquired about. If you are sick of the relegation zone and want answers, hit like right now. We are breaking down the tactical disaster against Villa, the solution waiting in the Netherlands, and the ambitious play for Conor Gallagher. We start with the goal machine, but stay locked for the dressing room leak at the end. The noise around Leeds United's search for a striker has shifted from a whisper to a scream. We all know the problem. We create, we press, but we cannot finish. Enter Troy Parrott. Forget the kid you remember from the Spurs Academy. The player tearing up the Eredivisie right now is a completely different animal, and the numbers are absolutely undeniable. Let's look at the data that has the recruitment team scrambling. In the recent international break, Parrott didn't just play, he dominated. He scored 5 goals in 2 games for the Republic of Ireland. 5. That is elite efficiency. He then flew back to his club, AZ Alkmaar, and despite a heavy defeat to Heerenveen, he was the one who found the net again. That makes it 6 goals in his last 3 appearances for club and country. He has hit 20 goals in all competitions this season before we've even reached December. While Leeds forwards are struggling to hit the target, Parrott is operating at a level we desperately need. But it's not just the goals, it's the profile. His manager, Martin Martins, gave an interview to the Irish Times that reads like a checklist for a Leeds United signing. Martins explained that Parrott has physically evolved into an athlete. He said, quote, "He can deliver more in the press. He is technically on a high level. We know that at Elland Road, if you don't run, you don't play. Parrott is proving he can lead the press and still have the composure to finish. His goal against Heerenveen was a masterclass, a fizzed pass, a deft touch to control, and a turn and shoot finish into the bottom corner. That is instinct. That is confidence." Here is the reality check though. Leeds made inquiries in the summer, but AZ Alkmaar held firm. Now, with every goal he scores, his price tag increases. Reports suggest Alkmaar know they have a goldmine, and with Premier League clubs circling, January will be a war. He can play off the left, he can play as a second striker, but he is flourishing as a pure number 9. The question is, do the 49ers pull the trigger? If you want the board to pay the money and bring Parrott to Elland Road, comment "sign him" below. We need a killer in the box. But a new striker means nothing if the manager is making decisions that are actively costing us points. And what happened at Villa Park suggests the manager has lost the plot. If the Parrott news brings excitement, the situation with Daniel Farke brings pure, unadulterated frustration. The defeat to Aston Villa wasn't just another loss, it was a tactical implosion centered around one specific moment that has the fanbase in open revolt. We need to talk about the substitution that defied all logic. We are deep in the second half. Leeds are chasing the game. Brendan Aronson is having a nightmare afternoon. He is losing duels, his passing is off, and he offers zero physical presence against a strong Villa midfield. The fans in the away end are chanting for him to come off. When the 4th official raises the board, even Aronson thinks his time is up. Eagle-eyed fans noticed him actually walking towards the touchline, ready to sub himself off because he knew he was poor. But Daniel Farke had other ideas. He waved Aronson back on and instead took off Ao Tanaka. The reaction was instant shock. Let's look at the stats because they paint a damning picture of this decision. Ao Tanaka was, statistically, our second best player on the pitch with a 7.3 rating. In just 48 minutes, he had 44 touches, a 97% pass completion rate, and 13 defensive contributions. He was the only one controlling the tempo. In contrast, Aronson ended the game with a 6.4 rating, one of the worst on the team. He won only 5 duels while losing 8. He completed just 1 successful dribble. To sacrifice your best midfielder to keep on a struggling 10 is not just a mistake. It's a sackable offense in the eyes of many fans. The online reaction has been ferocious. One fan posted that while they have defended Farke for months, subbing Tanaka was the moment they lost faith. Another called it criminal. The players looked confused. Tanaka looked devastated on the bench, and the midfield collapsed after he left. Farke claimed Tanaka was close to a red card, but is that a valid excuse to destroy your team's shape? The 49ers are watching. They know the crowd has turned. The pressure is now suffocating you. Do you stand with Farke or is it time for him to go? This decision might have sealed his fate, but if he does go or if he stays, the board is trying to save the season with a transfer target that shows incredible ambition. Amidst the chaos of relegation battles and tactical errors, a story has emerged that feels almost too big to be true, yet the sources are credible. Sky Sports is reporting that Leeds United have indicated an interest in bringing Conor Gallagher back to the Premier League. Yes, the Atletico Madrid midfielder, the man who captained Chelsea last season. Here is the situation. Gallagher moved to Spain for Champions League football, but reports state he is unsatisfied with his role under Diego Simeone. He isn't getting the minutes he wants, and with the World Cup on the horizon, he is worried about his place in the England squad. He needs visibility. He needs the Premier League. Leeds United, remembering how close we came to signing him under Bielsa, have thrown their hat in the ring. It's a move that signals the 49ers are terrified of relegation and willing to spend big to avoid it. Imagine Gallagher in this midfield, the energy, the pressing, the leadership. He is exactly the type of character we are missing. Plus, we have a secret weapon, Ethan Ampadu. His former Chelsea teammate and close friend is our captain. That personal connection could be the key to opening a door that seems firmly shut. However, we have to be realistic. The competition is insane. 16 Premier League clubs are monitoring him. Why would he choose a relegation fight at Elland Road when he could go to a stable top half team? The only way this happens is if Leeds offer him the keys to the castle. Come here, be the star, save the club, and be the hero. It's a compelling narrative, but it comes with a massive price tag. Atletico won't loan him cheap. They want to recoup their investment. This would likely require a permanent bid of over £35 million. Are the 49ers brave enough to do that in January? It's a gamble that defines eras. If we pull this off, it changes the entire mood of the club. But if we miss, and Farke stays, the mood could turn toxic very quickly, Faye. We are living through one of the most volatile weeks in Leeds United's recent history. The storylines are converging. On one hand, we have the solution to our goal-scoring problems in Troy Parrott, a deal that makes total footballing sense. On the other, we have the audacious, almost fantasyland pursuit of Conor Gallagher, which shows the board is desperate to inject quality. And sitting right in the middle is the manager, Daniel Farke, whose decision to sub Tanaka instead of Aronson has alienated the fanbase and possibly the dressing room. The next 3 games are not just important, they are existential. If Farke cannot get a result in the next match, the 49ers might have no choice but to bring in a new face to oversee these January targets. You cannot trust a manager with a £50 million budget if he can't read the game from the touchline. So here is what we need to do. 1. Hit like if you believe the Tanaka substitution was the final straw. Let the algorithm show the board how we feel. 2. Comment below with your priority. Do we spend the budget on Parrott for goals or Gallagher for control? Which one keeps us up? 3. Subscribe because we are tracking a new development. Here is the double cliffhanger to keep you locked. Rumors are circulating that Brendan Aronson was actually involved in a heated exchange in the tunnel after the game, frustrated by the crowd's reaction. Is the pressure getting to the players? And secondly, a rival club, believed to be Newcastle, has just opened talks with Gallagher's agent this morning. We might be about to lose our dream target before the window even opens. We will have the update on that tunnel incident in the next video. Stay strong, we are Leeds.